What hey ho bonus video! So this is the second time I have shot this video. The first time, this is what happened. And yeah, it was quite frustrating when I looked and saw that it was all time-lapse. So welcome to take 2. Hey everybody, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for coming and spending a little bit of your day with me today. I apologize for my irateness at the beginning of this video. I was so excited 2 days ago when I recorded it, and then I went to edit it and I saw that it had been time-lapsed and I was like, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, you better be joking! I had a minor freak out, but it's okay now. I've taken a day, I've dealt with it, and we're going to do this video again. So yes. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment or question down below, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Alright, let's get into it. So today's video is going to be about a product that I got from Too Faced. This is the new box, and I just want to first acknowledge how absolutely adorable these boxes are. I think I made mention a little while ago how the Too Faced boxes used to be really, really cute, and then they started coming in just like boring cardboard boxes. This is so much better. It's so freaking cute. So it's got the ribbon with the Too Faced all over the bow, and then the sides are wrapped. So this is going to be on display right over there on top of that black sign. That's where I've had it the past couple of days, and I just pulled it down to show you what's in here. So one more thing too that I wanted to show you is that the flap of the box says "You're so Too Faced" on it, which I just think is completely adorable. So I got a few things in here. One is an actual product, and then a couple of things are for the giveaway. Get it to 50 guys, and I'll get to finally give these wonderful things to you. So yeah, today what we're going to be talking about is the Too Faced Matte Chocolate Chip Palette. And the reason I wanted to talk about this today is I was looking on YouTube, and there are not any reviews for this product. And so I wanted to get one up before the internet gets completely bombarded and there's one in everybody's YouTube stream or YouTube feed. So this is the packaging, and this is really cute packaging. So this is Too Faced Matte Chocolate Chip. And then, unlike other chocolate bars in the past, you can actually feel the indents of the squares on the packaging, and then it says Matte Chocolate Chip right there, and the Too Faced. And then the back just has all of the, information. So let's open this bad boy up. So here's the actual palette. It is nice and cute and small. I do have a couple of things to compare it size-wise to. So first of which is the original chocolate bar palette. So you can see here that there is quite a difference. It's much smaller, it's about half as long, and it's only just a little bit skinnier. Look at a mommy and a baby palette, that is so cute. And then I will compare it to the size of my iPhone SE, which is also the same size as the iPhone 5, if you still have one of those. So that is the comparison. So it is a little bit shorter, about, I'd say maybe an inch. But it's pretty much the same size width-wise. So yeah, I think it's a great little size. On the website it says that it was meant to be a pocket-sized palette, so I think they did a great job. So it closes with a snap closure. It's not magnetic. I hope you can hear this. Let's see if you can hear it. So it snaps closed, and this is not tin. It is a plastic material. It feels very sturdy, very strong, which is great because this was meant for travel and meant to go in your pocket. You can't see, but I'm putting it on my butt like it's in my pocket. Okay, should I stop doing this motion? Alright. So when you open up the palette, first you get this huge giganto mirror that is the whole length of the palette. And then I'm going to flip it over to show you. And then you get 11 good-sized eyeshadows. I would say that, that these are a pretty good size. They are smaller than the ones in the chocolate bar. I'll compare in a minute. But they're nicely sized. So the way this palette works is you have shades from the chocolate bar palette. Some are exactly the same, and some of them are mattified. So some of the mattified shades in here that you have are I'm going to try not to blind you guys. There we go. No, I just lost the pink champagne, or champagne truffle, marzipan, creme brulee, which is this one here. Okay. I said marzipan, right? Yeah, marzipan, creme brulee, candied violet. Those are just a few, and then I will show you the rest of them. So I tried swatching these the other day in the first video that I did. You'll see that in a really, really sped up version. And it just, I'm not a good swatcher. I need to practice some more. So I'm not going to be doing swatches for you guys today. If you want to see swatches of this palette, go watch another video. But I will be able to describe to you the texture and the feeling, because I have swatched them on myself. I just am not able to do this like swatches on my arm yet because I don't have the right kind of lighting and they just look crappy. So yeah, but I will show you the comparison shades from this palette and this palette. So the first comparison shade is the white chocolate shade. So you can see those two sitting right next to each other. This is the white chocolate from the from the matte chocolate chip, and this is the one from the regular chocolate bar palette. In swatching them, they feel almost exactly the same. I would say the one in the chocolate chip palette is just a little bit creamier, which is not a bad thing. But I would definitely say that the one in the chocolate bar palette is more pigmented. So I think for this one, I will be using it to set my eyeshadow primer and then to just lightly brow bone highlight. But it is a really beautifully pigmented shade. It's just not as opaque as the one in the original chocolate bar. The next shade in the palette that is the same is Matte Gilded Ganache. So this is one of the shades that they have turned matte. So it is this one here in the chocolate chip, the matte chocolate chip palette, and it is this one here in the original palette above my finger. I did swatch them together. Here, you can see the comparison there a little bit closer. Of course, the one from the matte chocolate chip palette is smoother because it doesn't have the glitter in it, but the color is dead on the same. So that's great. It really is just a mattified version. The color is the same. The only thing that's different is there's no glitter. So I was really impressed with that shade, and it is gorgeous. It's kind of like a dark, well, I'd say semi-dark reddish brown to my eyes. Yeah. Okay, this is kind of complicated, but the next shade that is the same is Triple Fudge, and I have them as close to each other as I can with the palettes upside down. So it's those top ones. I can't really point because I'm holding them, but it's the furthest one left on the chocolate bar and the furthest one right on this chocolate chip. So this is one of the shades that is exactly the same in each palette, which is nice. And let me put the regular chocolate bar down. The one in this palette, again, just feels a little bit creamier than the one in the original chocolate bar palette. Pigmentation is the same. Blendability is the same. The only thing that's different is that this one is slightly creamier. So that's really great. I think it's a great shade. It looks to me to be the darkest shade in this palette, that really, really dark chocolate brown. For those who maybe want to do a little bit more vampy of an eye, no, it's vampy lips, a little bit more smoky of an eye or darker eye, but don't want to go full on black, I think this would be great. Next shade that is similar is, again, really hard to show you because of the way that these are set up, but I'm gonna try. So it's Marzipan. So it is this shade in the chocolate bar palette right here. And woo! Let's hold it together, Sarah, hold it together. And then it is this shade in the chocolate chip. So this one in the chocolate chip, and this one in the chocolate bar. So the one in the chocolate bar obviously has the shimmer, because this is matte marzipan up in the chocolate chip. And the marzipan shade from the regular chocolate bar palette is one of my favorites in the palette. This one, I think, would be great with the primer. I have not swatched it with a primer. It is a gorgeous shade. It's beautiful. I love the color. I love the peachy pinkness. I think it's a one-of-a-kind color. The matte formula, I think it will be a great blender color. It could be a nice lid color depending on what you want to do. It might be a brow bone highlight depending on what your skin tone or like how deep your skin is. I just think it's going to need a primer. And it's not a bad shade. It has pigmentation. Just to get the most intensity out of it, I think you're going to need to use a primer. And like the other ones in the palettes that are glittery but made matte in here, this is a creamier formula because it's a matte and it does blend very well. So that's great. I'm excited to use this shade. It's prettier in the chocolate bar because it has glitter, but it's gorgeous in here too. The next one that is the same in the palette is one that is exactly the same from each palette. It is semi-sweet. So in the chocolate bar, it is this palette, it is this color right here. And in the matte chocolate chip palette, it is this color right here. They are a dead-on match. Absolute dead-on match. The pigmentation is the same, the formula is the same, the blendability, the texture, everything is the same. Creamy, buttery beautifulness. This shade is kind of just that, it's a semi-sweet chocolate color. I mean, it is exactly what it says it is. Great for the crease, great for the outer corner, great for a lid color. It's just a really pretty color, and I love it. I love the name especially. So I'm glad that they included this one in it, because it's one of the best colors in the original chocolate bar. Next that is the same is the strawberry bonbon color. So in the original chocolate bar palette, that is this shade right here, and then in the matte chocolate chip palette, it is this shade right there. So I tried to put them directly over each other. In this palette, in the original chocolate bar palette, the color wasn't the most pigmented. It is better in the chocolate chip. It has more pigmentation. I think to get the most intensity out of it, you need to use a sticky base, like a Too Faced Shadow Insurance or Urban Decay Primer Potion, whatever primer you like. But I think it would be a really beautiful inner corner highlight, a lid color. Again, depending on your skin tone, if you want a pink brow bone highlight, if you're darker than I am, because I'm very light, I think it's a really beautiful color, and I love that they put it in here, and they improved the formula. Next that is similar is Candied Violet. So it's the two purples. Because of the way I have to hold them, I can't point, but you can see that it's the two purples. It's matte Candied Violet in the chocolate chip palette, obviously, because the one in the chocolate bar is shimmery. So this is a really pretty shade. It's this one right here. It's swatches well. It's got good pigmentation. I think it is a beautiful color. It's a kind of a muted, I don't know, because when in the pan it looks muted, but when you swatch it, it's very bright. So I think it is a really gorgeous color for the lid. You could even use it to smoke out if you wanted to do a purple and brown smoky eye. It's just a really pretty color. I love it in the original with the shimmer. I really do. I love it. It's one of my favorites. But I also love it in the matte because it's just a really, really pretty shade. So again, I can't point, but the two bottom shades, oh no wait, there. The two bottom shades you can see are hazelnut in the original chocolate bar palette and then matte hazelnut from the chocolate chip. And they're lined up right there. So the two across from each other. The one in the chocolate bar palette obviously has shimmer. And then the one in the matte chocolate chip doesn't because it's matte. But it is a really gorgeous shade. I would call this the mid-toned. It looks cool-toned to me. And it's a really pretty brown. I think it would be good in the crease or on the lid. It's just a really, really pretty color. And the pigmentation is good. It's buttery. It's smooth. It blends. I mean, the quality and consistency across the board in this palette is out of this world. They're creamy. They're buttery. They blend. It's just... Too Faced, you've done it again. I love you so much. I mean, I loved you anyway, but I love you even more now. The next shade is Matte Creme Brulee. So this is the original Creme Brulee shade down here in the chocolate bar palette. And then this is the Matte Creme Brulee shade right here in the chocolate chip. The Creme Brulee shade right here in the original chocolate bar is my favorite shade in the entire palette. I love it so much. But they have done a really beautiful job with this shade here. It is a warm, golden, kind of caramely color. It swatches like a dream. It looks like melted, I don't even know, like it looks like melted gold on your eye. It's not shimmery, but it's just, oh my gosh, you guys, just looking at it. It's a beautiful color, great for the lid. It's just, I mean, just look at that. Just look at that close up. Just don't look at me, look at that. Oh, it's probably my favorite color in the palette. If not my favorite, one of my favorites. So, it's a great shade. Love it. Pigmentation's great. Blendability's great. I think I said that. It follows suit. It's great. Getting down to the last ones here. So, the next shade is the Cherry Cordial shade. So, in the chocolate bar palette, in the chocolate bar palette, that is this shade right here. This Cherry Cordial color. And then in the semi-sweet, or not in the semi-sweet, but the matte chocolate chip palette, that is this one right here. So again, it's just a color that they've made matte, right? Yes, it's a color that they've made matte. In the Chocolate Bar palette, in this one, the Cherry Cordial shade wasn't one of my favorites. It didn't blend very well, and I didn't really ever use it. But the one in this one, right here, is awesome. It blends well. It's got great pigmentation. It's smooth. It's buttery. It's creamy. And I think it would pair beautifully with either of these shades, with either the Marzipan shade or the Creme Brulee shade, because golds and maroons just look really great together, I think. So it's beautiful. It's a great shade. This is one of the ones I'm happy that they made matte, because it didn't work so well for me in the original, but I think it's going to work great in this. And then this is the last shade. So the last shade is matte Champagne Truffle. So Champagne Truffle is one of the bigger shades down here in the palette. It's the big shimmery one. And then the matte version is this one right here in the chocolate chip palette. So the Champagne Truffle shade in the original Chocolate Bar is one of my favorite shades. I love to use it as a highlight. It opens my eyes up so much. I just love it. This one in the chocolate chip palette, again, to get it to show up really, really well, because I have light skin, I have to use a sticky base, but it is a gorgeous shade. I mean, inner corner highlight, brow bone highlight, it's really great. I wish they could have made it bigger, but then I know that would have taken out one of these shades. So I understand why they didn't. Maybe in the white chocolate chip palette, we'll get this one in the original size with the shimmer. I don't know. The colors aren't listed anywhere online, so I'm not sure what's coming in the white chocolate chip palette, but it's great. It's blendable, it's buttery, it's smooth, it follows suit. So, a beautiful shade. So my overall thoughts on this palette is that it's great. The packaging is great. The colors they chose are great. The pigmentation, for the most part, is great. The blendability is great. And, of course, smell is great. It's not overpowering, it just smells like chocolate. So, I mean, this is just fabulous. Oh, and I didn't show you. The colors are written on the back. Some of you might have noticed they're not written in the palette, they're on the back. So there's no like sleeve or sheet or anything. So yeah, this is a limited edition palette, so if you want to pick it up, it is not available right now. Too Faced launched it for like a one-day Black Friday thing, and now it just says coming soon on their website, so I'm not sure when the launch date is going to be. But just keep checking the website. This was $26. $26, you guys. You can't get a Too Faced palette for that unless you get it on sale, and even then, that's usually the ones that aren't the greatest. So, I think this is great. If you have somebody in your life who loves the chocolate line, or if you love the chocolate line, just pick this baby up for your collection, because, I mean, the mommy and the baby palette, it's just, they're so cute together. So yeah, I think this is great. I will link this down below in the description box, even though it's not for purchase right now. I will link it so that if you're watching this video down the line and it is available, you can go ahead and click the link. So yeah, that is it for this video. So here comes the outro. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gives you a little bit of information about the palette, what colors are the same, what colors are different, the blendability. Again, I want to apologize that I wasn't able to do swatches. I'm just not good enough at it yet to put them up on a video. I don't want to make you guys sit through me trying to put color on my arm and having it look horrible. So I am working on getting those to look better. And yeah, so that is that. Oh, and some of you might be wondering, why is this video up on I think I'm gonna upload this tonight. So why is this video up not on a Sunday? I decided that when I have time and when I feel like it and when I have stuff I want to talk to you right away about, I'm gonna do bonus videos. So this is a bonus video, so you will get either bonus vlogs or bonus videos depending on what's going on in the makeup world. And as I mentioned, I wanted to get this up before everybody got theirs up, so that is why. And yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit the like button, leave a question, comment, or video suggestion down below. I do reply to all comments, so right away. And do subscribe to my channel because, as I've said 1,000,000,001 times, so this is 1,000,000,002 if you're counting, I will do a subscriber giveaway as soon as we have 50 subscribers. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell your cousins. Well, that's cousins. But anyway, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighborhood hobos, tell the people that hang out at McDonald's on their laptops all day. Just let people know that there is a fun, crazy community waiting for them here if they are just a little bit in the head. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. And until I see you again, always remember to find the sunshine even when it's the grayest day outside. I love you guys. Bye! Merry Christmas!